Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this video is going to focus on finding the value of x. Our first example problem is x plus 5 equals 95, and I'm going to go through step by step how to solve that problem. So we know that x plus the number 5 equals 95. So to find out what x equals by itself, we have to do the opposite of the current operation. So since we're adding 5 to get 95, since x plus 5 equals 95, then 5 less than 95 is what's going to equal x. So we need to subtract 5. Get the 5 on the other side of the number line. So those two numbers cancel out. Now we need to subtract 95 minus 5. Five minus 5 equals 0. 9 minus 0 equals 9. And we have our answer. X equals 90. All right, moving on to the next example. So let's say hypothetically x plus 17 equals 127. So again, to find the value of x by itself, we have to get this 17 on the other side of the number line. And we do that by doing the opposite of whatever the operation in the number sentence is. So because the operation is addition, we have to subtract to get x by itself. And if the operation were subtraction, we would add. We have to do the opposite of whatever the operation is. So I'm going to subtract 17. These numbers cancel out. So to find out what x equals, I have to subtract 17 from 127. 7 minus 7 equals 0. 2 minus 1 equals 1. There's nothing in the hundreds place. When we don't see anything in the hundreds place, we assume there's a 0 there. 1 minus 0 also equals 1. And we have our answer, x equals 110. Make that a little neater. And a lot of times, sometimes it's good to recopy the answer below and circle it so that way it stands out more. It's just neater that way. X equals 110. All right, next example. So the letter x, it can have all different values. It always depends on the information that they give us. So let's say hypothetically x plus 3 equals 57. So to figure out what x is, we have to get x by itself. We have to get the 3 on the other side of the number line. And we do that by subtracting. Because the operation in the number sentence is addition, we have to subtract to get it on the other side of the number line. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit that like button. So now to figure out what x equals, we have to subtract 57 minus 3. 7 minus 3 equals 4. 5 minus 0 equals 5. And we have our final answer. X equals 54. And again, sometimes it's good to recopy the answer and circle it so that way it stands out more. Again, a huge shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. And feel free to leave a comment in the chat. All right, next example. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. So next example, we have x plus 27 equals 43. So again, we have to get the x by itself. We need to get this 27 on the other side of the number line. And we do that by doing the opposite of whatever the operation is in the number sentence. So since we're adding 27 in the number sentence, we have to subtract 27. If x plus 27 equals 43, that means x is 27 less than 43. So we're subtracting 27 from 43. So 43 minus 27, this is where grouping comes in. In math, the new skills sort of build off the old skills. 3 becomes a 13, 4 becomes a 3. 13 minus 7 equals 6. 3 minus 2 equals 1. And we have our final answer, x equals 16. All right, moving on to the next example. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. All right, next example. So we have x plus 35 equals 140. So to find the value of x, we have to get x by itself. We need to get the 35 on the other side of the number line. Since x plus 35 equals 140, that means that 35 less than 140 is going to be the value of x. So we have to subtract 35. Whatever the operation is in the number line, we have to do the opposite of that operation to get x by itself. So 140 minus 35. So we have to regroup here. The 0 becomes a 10. The 4 becomes a 3. Now we're ready to subtract. 10 minus 5 equals 5. 3 minus 3 equals 0. 1 minus 0 equals 1. So x equals 105. And I always like to recopy the answer and circle it so it stands out more. And that concludes my live stream for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to everybody that hit the like button. and or everybody who's going to hit the like button. Before I close off this stream, there is one more thing that I would like you to do. I would be very appreciative if before you left this live stream, you hit this button right here, you hit the subscribe button. But either way, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, and if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments, and I will try to do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri signing off. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C.